Bernsey, and then there was one.
That's
Central
it.
State 8 Conference Scouting Report, it's down to one. Peoria Richwoods comes calling at Memorial Stadium on Saturday against Richwoods, and I got to see Richwoods play last week. As they say, Richwoods has only 6 plays. Why can't you stop them?
Because they do those 6 plays very well.
They do those 6 plays
and they've been
very
doing it for about the last 30 years. Billy left, Billy right. Coach Dave Lang told me the skill players on his team are the linemen. So
That's what he told me.
there won't be anything cute come Saturday. SHG won't have to do a lot of figuring out because Richwood will come right at them. And if SHG doesn't stop them, they will continue to come right at them. And if SHG does stop them, they will still continue to come right at them.
Has SHG seen anybody like Richwoods? Everybody else is spread. The Central State 8 has gone spread on them, kind of gone soft, basically. And I don't think that Springfield High, Mike Taylor says you can prepare and prepare and prepare, and you're ready, and you know what's coming, and they still do it.
And the key are the linemen. You know, they've had some good running backs in their day, but the key are the linemen, the blocking schemes. SHG will not have seen anything like this, although they adjust well, they pursue well, and that'll probably be the difference in this game. But this will be their first real test. Glenwood's a little different. That's familiar foe. Now they're kind of going out of not out of state, but just kind of out of the realm a little bit. And they're going to get a test this weekend.
They're going back to the future is where they're going. They're going back to 1975, basically.
Ghost of Rod Butler's hovering over this.
That's where they're going. On the other hand, everybody, in our conversations we've talked about, can SHG stop the running attack, blah, blah, blah. Richwoods has got to do something that it probably hasn't been asked to do, and that is stop a high-powered attack that can run at you and, most importantly, can throw it at you. Most teams that run well don't defend the pass well because they're not used to practicing against it. That's going to be a problem for Richwoods.
Right. If somehow they manage to contain the pass, Dondonville, Walton, Lance, that group, then they got to deal with Gary Wilson. And Gary Wilson's, if he's not the best running back south of I-80, you know, he's right there because he slashes, he cuts, he can go against the grain. He does a lot of things that you really don't expect a kid that size to do. So I think Richwoods, it's going to be a little different on both sides. Richwoods will not have seen an offense as tough as SHG, but then SHG is not going to see an offense as methodical as Richwoods. And the key to Richwoods, as they have in past games when they were playing in the regular season, they hold the ball. You can't score if you don't have the ball. And they've played 7 times back in the 90s. Richwoods won 4. And in those games that Richwoods won, SHG really just didn't have the ball. You know, they'll hold the ball and run 45, 50 plays, and next thing you know, you run out of time.
Here's the one thing I'll counter with that, though. The 98 and 99 SHG teams were probably the worst 2 teams that Ken Leonard had. Richwoods won those 2 games to take a 4-3 lead in that series. Used to start the season every year with Richwoods and SHG. So I'm kind of throwing those games out because those weren't real SHG teams. I think it's going to be a long day for Richwoods. I thought it was going to be a long day for Richwoods last week against Springfield High, and I watched it, and it was a long day, but it wasn't for Richwoods.
Yeah, you got to like SHG, and you know the eye just lays it out for them. You know, they've got a home game. Depending on how it falls between Normal Community and Bloomington, they could play another home game next week. So you got to like their chances of getting Champaign. You really do. I like SHG too. You got to figure they're going to play. Well, obviously they'll play Normal or Bloomington here, and just see what happens.
The Cyclones win. We win too. We're back next week. The Cyclones lose. Bye-bye.